Good morning everyone. Welcome to my kitchen. For those of you that haven't been here before, my name is Janice and I am a Thermomix consultant. I'm doing testing a few recipes today just to see how they go. And I test recipes out on my family, and then if I don't like them, I don't use them again. But I like to test recipes for when you're asked to take a plate, or for special occasions, like birthdays, Christmas, and Easter's coming up, and I'm looking at marshmallow bunnies. So I've never made marshmallow in the Thermomix before. The only recipes I've made is my grandma's recipe, and then there was a lady that I grew up with. Her name was Hope, and she was a lovely lady, but she used to make these marshmallow biscuits, and I've got a recipe of that, and they're just butter biscuit with a blob of marshmallow on top, and sometimes I put jam in between, and then you dip them in coconut. Delicious. So haven't made them for a while. I should make them, but today, hang on, wait, we've got to go into my week. Maybe I had them saved to make yesterday. There they are. And they're vanilla bean marshmallows. Now I am going to, I want to make the marshmallows, but I also want to fold some crumbled Oreos through it, just to see if I can get like a cookies and cream marshmallow. But anyway, so this is my what I'm doing today. So I hope you don't mind. So it says to line a baking tin 18 by 26 with baking paper and set aside. So that's a 21 by 21 square dish. Now I have lined it with baking paper because I don't know how sticky these marshmallows are going to be, and if they're going to be too hard to get out of this dish. There's a fair bit of gelatin in this, so I think I would be safe, but I'm not going to take the chance. Now it says to place a jug on a glass jug, ceramic it says. Okay, 30 grams of gelatin. So, which is quite a fair bit. So let's see. One more gram I need. There it is. Okay. So then next, we're going to add 140 grams of water. And then we're going to sit it aside and let it, I think they call it bloom. Okay, rightio. And it says to set it aside for 3 to 5 minutes. So I probably shouldn't be touching it, but okay. Okay, I'm going to leave that alone, and I'll be back in 5 minutes. I'm going to set the timer on this machine for 5 minutes. Oops, that's 6. And go. So sometimes I use my watch to set a timer, but for things like this, I use this because it means the Thermomix doesn't turn off, and it also is really loud, and I can hear when I have to come back. Rightio, so I will be back in 5 minutes. Rightio, so our time is up. So we'll just get rid of that. And so I'm going to, we've got a bit of a chunk there. I'm going to give it a little bit of microwave time. So I'm going to do, I just want to melt that. I'm going to do 10 seconds at a time and stir it really well and just see if I can dissolve that because I want that properly dissolved. Rightio, that was a total of 20 seconds. There's still a few little bits in there. 2 lots of 10 seconds, but that great big clump has dissolved. So now we are going to warm this up again with the sugar, so that should dissolve the rest of it. 330 grams of caster sugar. And we're going to, no, there was nothing in there, I didn't check. Okay. We're going to blitz that 5 seconds on speed 9. Rightio. Scrape down the sides with a spatula. So that's just mill the sugar down a little bit finer. So I do make my own caster sugar. I have got a video for that, so I will link that down below. 140 grams of water. Oops, what are we up to? 172. That was dreaming. Okay. Let's see if I can get some of this off. Okay, 140. I've probably lost a little bit of the sugar. And that was because I was doing math in my head and I was thinking there was a total of 280 grams of water in the recipe. Rightio. So now we'll heat this up. So we want the measuring cup because we're going over, what is it? 95. We're going over 95, so we've got to put the simmering basket on top. Rightio. I will be back, and we're going to heat that for 15 minutes. So I'll leave this to sit for its 15 minutes. And it'll probably finish dissolving. Alright, I'll be back. Rightio, so we're up to the next step. And we're going to add the reserved gelatin mixture. So I'll just set that aside. And, I mean, you can see that has definitely... Oh, you can't see because I haven't got it in the right spot. It's all gluey on the bottom. But that's continued to dissolve. And now there is still a few little lumps in there, but that's pretty good. Rightio, I'm going to put this in here. Oops, don't drop everything. I'll pull that clump off. And I'm really hoping that the heat we'll finish dissolving this gelatin. Now, let's do this. I mean, these do sound delicious. Okay, now we're going to put the lid back on with the measuring cup. 2 minutes, speed to 100 degrees. So, rightio, I can continue on and I'll be back in 2 minutes. Righto. So with the, I don't know what you call it, the chime, you can actually change that in your settings. You can make it louder, and you can make it quieter. You can get rid of it altogether. You can make it so it only does a couple of chimes and then stops, or you can change the sound. There's a few different tones that you can use. So anyway, and that is in your, no, it's in your settings. And what is it called? Sounds. And so you've got volume, duration, so I've got it unlimited, so it just keeps going. Melody, so I've got the standard sound, but we've got, that's guitar, kalimba, mandolin, and standard, or we've got digital. I like that one. So back to the recipe. So next, okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to allow that to cool until the temperature falls below 50 degrees. And it's going to take about 45 minutes. So it's at 85 right now. So what I'm going to do is to, help it go faster. I'll remove it from here. I'll take it off there. But then we're going to set this timer for 45 minutes. Righto? And I'll leave that to cool. And then when we want to check it, if we just put the bowl back in the stand, the temperature will come up in the middle and it's still 80 degrees. So we'll take it out of there just to give it a bit more airflow around it to help it cool down a bit quicker. And I'll be back in 45 minutes and we'll check the temperature to see what it is. It's just got to be below 50 degrees, but we don't want to let it get too cool, otherwise it'll set. So, rightio, I'll be back in 45 minutes. Okay, so that's the 45 minutes up, and now we're going to check the temperature. So if we go back to the front screen, we pop this back on the thing. It says it is 50 degrees. Rightio, so what I will do now is I am going to go back to our recipe. So I've just hit the bookmark. Okay. And it says once it's cool, we're going to insert the butterfly whisk. So I can't show you how I'm doing that without tipping the water all over the sugary, glucosey stuff all over the floor. Not glucose, gelatin. Rightio. So I pop that in, and we just tuck it in behind the high blade, and then we're going to put the lid on with the measuring cup, and then we're going to beat that for 7 seconds on speed 3.5. So once this starts to thicken up, I'll get the camera and I'll bring it up and I'll show you through the hole, but at the moment it will just be going like that. Only that's, I'll be back in a sec. so that's that. Now we're going to, just let me tap it. I want to see if that's, see, I don't think that's whipped enough. It should be a lot thicker than that. Now, I don't know. So I said I haven't made this one before, but it should be really sort of pillowy, you know, sort of like, you know, falling in big fat glops. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that back on, and I am going to give that, what did it say, what were we doing before? 7 minutes. So let's give it another 4. I want to be careful too not to let it cool down too much, otherwise it'll just set solid in the bowl and you'll have to eat it with a spoon out of the bowl. So I'll be back in 4 minutes. So this is looking more what I was expecting it to look like. Right, yeah, I'll give it a little bit longer and then I'll stop it and check it. Okay, so that's another 4 minutes. So that's what I was expecting. Oh, you can't even see. Hang on, let me do this. Nice big pillowy glops. Rightio, I am going to give that. Is that, how fast is that setting? I am going to give that another 2 minutes, I reckon. Because it's, I want it to be a bit more soft peats. So anyway, I'll just show you. Okay, I'll give it another 2 minutes and then that's it, then no more. Rightio. So I'm going to go to next. And I'll just show you now. Oops. Rightio. And what I'm going to do now is a teaspoon of vanilla bean paste. And I'm also going to add, now that's 7 Oreos squished up. So I've left them in fairly big pieces. I don't know how crunched up they'll get. But anyway, let's not, I don't want to turn it into biscuit crumbs either. 10 seconds, speed 3. Okay, ooh. Next. Okay. Says to remove the butterfly whisk. Okay, I won't fiddle around with that too much because we don't want this to set in the, and then pour into a prepared tin. Oh. I've got 2 of them. Righto. I'll have to wash that one actually because the other one's in the dishwasher and the dishwasher's on. Rightio. Look at that, I can. And now it says, leave to set at room temperature approximately an hour. And then we're going to chop it up into squares. So, and then roll it in either corn flour or icing sugar. So I'll be back when we're cutting it up and we'll have a taste. Rightio? I'll be back soon. Oh, I'll be back later. Okay, so I've put this in the fridge before. I'll just pull it out. It said to set it on the bench, but there was too many flies. So I've I popped it in the fridge. It says to cut it into 30 pieces. I don't know how many pieces I'm cutting it into. Because I'm going to do 8 by 8. What's that? Well, that's 64, so that's like 2. But these pieces will be like half as big. I don't think we need huge pieces. I actually think I probably could have beat this a bit more. I was just worried about it setting in the Thermomix. Oops, where is it? Look at that. Okay. That's really delicious. And it's got the little crispy, crunchy bits of biscuit in there too. That's really nice. Rightio. It says to roll it in icing sugar or corn flour. So I might not do that. I might just leave that how it is. I'll think about it and decide. But I do think that's a successful experiment. It might still have needed to be beaten a little more than what I did, or maybe cooled down a bit more before I beat it. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Pop over to my channel and subscribe, and I really hope I'll see you next time.